Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching this from. Welcome to Green Gold Farms YouTube page, where we talk about farming, agriculture, and try and be as educative as much as possible, and also learn from our viewers and our subscribers too, as the farming community is a learning and growing community, so we all learn together. Thanks again for taking your time out to watch this video. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the sheep pox PPR, the vaccination that we've done. As you can see, the drenching that we're doing, we're worming them as we worm them once every month during the heavy rainy season. So the thing that you can see, going in your mouth and squeezing, that's the worming. For those that's not familiar with it, it's called drenching. And then the vaccination on the shoulder is the PPR vaccination that the vet is administering. We gave them the sheep pox vaccination 2 months ago. Those who are familiar with my videos, if you are not, you can watch my videos and you can learn that we lost quite a lot of animals to sheep pox in the past. So we try not to make the same mistake again and stay on top of our vaccinations. And since we've been doing that, everything has been improving drastically and we've been moving forward. So yeah, that's what we're doing at the minute. And I'm hoping that anyone that's venturing into sheep or goat farming, if you're planning to do it properly, planning to go on large scale, sheep pox and PPR, do a bit more research about it. I've got a video on my channel, talking in depth details about some of the diseases and vaccinations that sheep and goats need. It's not all of them, that are familiar with our environment. I'm in Ghana, you might be somewhere in the Caribbean, you might be somewhere in East Africa, you might be somewhere in North Africa, and the diseases that is in your environment might not be the same as what we go through here, but from my research, from my own experience, and from what I've seen, PPR and sheep pox is one of the most common and deadly diseases and viruses in sub-Saharan African countries, West Africa. So yes, we make sure that we do them every year, it's annually. We do the sheep pox and then leave a month to 2 months gap and then administer the PPR vaccination, and obviously as we're doing them, we check their health, we worm them and do everything in one, because you don't want to give them vaccination today and then the following week you want to catch them and then worm them and then you want to spray them. You don't want to stress them too much. So when we try to make sure that we arrange that we do a lot of things at once so that we give less stress to the animals and they get a bit more free time and not being chased after, not being run after, not being manhandled. So yes, that's what we're doing. So yes, like I said, a lot of people, or from some farmers that I've spoken to, don't really do the sheep pox and PPR vaccination, because they'll tell you that yes, I've never had it on my farm, it's not a problem for me. Let me tell you something, like they say, prevention is better than cure. It might not be a problem for you now, but if it does get onto your farm, it's deadly and it can cause you a lot of problems. The cost of you calling a vet and then bringing the vaccination to make sure that your animals are safe is way lower than how much you will lose if you get an outbreak of sheep pox or PPR and you're not able to see it in time. I lost a lot of animals. I've seen people that lost way more than me. I've seen people that's lost up to 90% of their flock. So my advice to you as a fellow farmer, don't make the same mistake that I did. Make sure that you stay on top of your vaccinations. Make sure your animals are protected and your animals are safe. Make sure that your investment is safe and is protected by just covering every corner. Don't try and take the cheap route and save money here and there. It costs to look after the animals. So make sure that you do it right and you do it properly, you know, and make sure that anything that needs to be done gets done. Vet checks, the feed don't cut corners, the management don't cut corners, you know, your genetics don't cut corners, you know, your hygiene, your everything. Do it what needs to be done, you know, and I hope that it works out for you, because each one teach one. If I grow, I'm trying to make sure.